Our lecture for today is about sustainable development, and in the latter part of this lecture, we're going to make use of one of its tool, life cycle analysis, to have sustainable development applied in engineering principle. Now, the concept of sustainable development is not so old concept since it only started in 1980s. The song attached in this video depicts the definition of this concept. The song is entitled Masdan Mo Ang Kapaligiran, sung by a group named Asin. Now, to highlight some of the song phrases, we have here this slide. Now, what gives interest to sustainability? Interest in sustainability started with a series of worldwide events and episodes that only affected us locally, but also regionally and worse, globally. For example, we have here the leak of poisonous gas of specifically methylisocyanate from a chemical plant in Bhopal, India in 1984. Another incident would be the explosion of a radioactive release from Chernobyl in Ukraine in 1986. This was a result of a flawed reactor design that was operated with inadequately trained personnel and without proper regard for safety. The resulting steam explosion and fire released about 5% of the radioactive reactor core into the atmosphere and downwind. The accident destroyed the Chernobyl 4 reactor and killed 30 people, including 28 from radiation exposure. A further 209 on-site were treated for acute radiation poisoning, and among this, 134 cases were confirmed, all of whom recovered. However, we have here a picture of the boy, Sasha, who was not yet born and probably was not yet conceived during the explosion. But his parents were one of those who got contaminated with the radiation from the explosion. Then another incident, or rather several incidents occurred of toxic chemicals leaking from industries in operation and even those which are already abandoned, contaminating the Love Canal and further affecting one of the world's well-renowned tourist attraction, Niagara Falls. So the 9/11 incident at the World Trade Center does not involve only the society's economy and fight against terrorism, but also it raised environmental awareness as it affects the water quality in the New York Harbor. This image shows a particular study regarding the water quality status of the New York Harbor. And then in 2010, an oil rig located offshore near the Gulf of Mexico leaked and exploded due to high ambient temperature that caused massive contamination of the entire Gulf. It also affected not only the water quality, but also the aquatic ecosystem within the area. This is a familiar figure. This is actually a remote sensing image of the hole somewhere in the Antarctica ozone or Antarctic ozone recorded in September 2006. According to scientists, the hole could still be replenished given Mother Earth 30 to 40 years due to its characteristic of resiliency. However, this could only be possible without humans. Now, this is a picture of a lake at Hoover Dam. Two pictures taken in 2005 and then in 2010. And these two pictures depict global warming. I want you to spot the difference of the two pictures. The images indicate here the height of the dam. So in 2005, It's 1,146 feet, down 73 feet. And after 5 years, take note of the decrease in the feet or in the height, which is 1084 feet, down 135 feet. All this due to global warming. Now, this slide shows you several pictures taken before and after a particular tornado which occurred in Missouri, USA in May 23, 2011. The image on the left side was an image that shows, or the image before the tornado occurred. And this is a depiction of the phenomenon called thermal inversion brought about by air pollution. The rest of the image, of course, shows you the condition after the tornadoes. And it's also evident nowadays that most of tornadoes, hurricanes, and super typhoons are happening more frequent, and the intensities of these calamities are also higher.